Hi Bayreuth young artists, I'm Naomi Tagg and today I'm going to be talking to you about electric string instruments. So an electric string instrument produces sound electronically via a built-in pickup. The instrument is usually plugged into a PA system or an amp via an audio cable, much like a guitar. Electric instruments come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are really futuristic looking. Some are just a stick with an outline, and generally there are more options for violin than for cellos, double bass and violas. Choosing to play an electric instrument doesn't mean you need to give up on your acoustic instrument, it's just opening new doors for you. Many electric string players make a living from performing for parties and weddings by crossing over into the world of pop and covers. And this really makes the instruments a lot more accessible to so many more people. Others have gone down more of a classical crossover route by remixing classical music, and then the musician performs along to a backing track. Popular options here are string quartets and duos, and these came about with the rise of Vanessa Mae in the 90s, followed by the popular string quartet Bond about 20 years ago. And this is often a popular choice for corporate entertainment, especially if you ramp up the image and you go for an all-girl group or an all-boy group with kind of sexy matching outfits. So the options are really endless and limited to your imagination. You could join a rock band, a gypsy jazz band, freestyle alongside a DJ in the club, become a solo looping artist, or even write your own music and form your own band. I've actually tried all of those options and written albums, recorded music, and I've got to perform all over the world and had so much fun in the process. The sound can be manipulated in many different ways to suit your sound and style. I literally spent my entire 20s experimenting with different genres from jazz, funk, pop, classical crossover, house, and even trance music. But you really need to find what suits you and then spend hours in the guitar shops trying out all the pedals to find a sound that suits your style of music. The more you play around, the more you will discover what you like and what works for you. There really are so many different kinds of effects. By adding distortion to a cello, you can really rock out harder than a guitar. I find wah-wah quite fun for a violin. But generally with all strings, I find you must add EQ. And by adding a bit of reverb and delay, you find that sweet spot where you get that pure, warm, beautiful sound. I also like to add in harmony. This pedal allows me to add in my chosen harmony below what I'm playing. So I like to go for an octave because it really creates a nice, full, rich sound, and I really love layering my violin to give it that extra texture. I also love looping, which this pedal's good for, and once again it's just super fun and makes a really big warm sound. I specifically decided when starting to learn the electric violin that I wanted to learn it all by ear. As a classical musician, we are trained to read, but we're not really trained to listen to other kinds of music. I mean, we're trained to listen to ourselves and our intonation and others around us, but we're not really trained to listen to the music and say, well, what can I do to this music to put my unique sound in there? For example, I love to play African house music. I love the notes they use, I love the rhythms, and I've taught myself to really listen and learn what they are so that when I'm on stage, it becomes subconscious. Likewise, I adopt a different style when I'm playing jazz or swing music. I tend to use more sliding notes and I swing the rhythm. In classical crossover or rock, you're really going for that wow show and rocking out, so you'll add in body movement here for added emphasis. I find YouTube and other streaming platforms a really great resource for finding styles of music that you like and listening to how the other string players adapt their style. So you need to decide if you want your instrument to look more like a modern version of your acoustic one, much like the Yamaha range, which includes violins, violas, excellent cellos, and super convenient stick basses. These instruments have a really natural look and a natural sound. Maybe you want something more like the Viper range, which is more radical looking. It attaches to your body with just a strap, leaving your head and neck free, which is super great for rocking out. Or something more futuristic looking, like my LED acrylic Ted Brewer violin. You also get 5, 6 and 7 string violins, which basically combine a violin and a viola in one, which is pretty cool. You should consider the sound when making a decision. Be careful of buying things without really trying them first. Some electric violins, or instruments actually, have a brilliant clear sound with just adding a few effects can make them sound really beautiful. Others can sound nasal and nothing like a warm acoustic, especially if you're buying a viola or a cheaper cello or bass online. So just be careful of buying these instruments online without trying them out first. There are some not so great models around that may look really good by having an ebony fingerboard and ebony pegs, but they may have serious constructional issues, such as the strings being too far away from the fingerboard, and that's going to make it a nightmare to play. Electric string instruments are less limiting. They have so many possibilities for effects. They're convenient, they're light, they're easy to transport, and because they pretty much have no sound at all, you can literally practice with them anywhere. You just need a pair of headphones which you plug into the instrument and you're good to go. Don't be scared to explore the possibilities and really just have fun. These instruments are designed to be more playful and fun. And what I found is that if you're having fun, chances are your audience is going to be having fun. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit here today, and that maybe you go out and explore the super cool world of electric string instruments.